Welcome back to the Momentum Sports Podcast. Derek, let's talk about Oregon again here. But before we do, if you are new to this video, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel. We talk about college football in every one of our videos. We love college football. We love talking about it. And if you think that our takes are interesting, comment down below your thoughts, your predictions. And with that being said, we're going to move on to this segment. We did a video earlier this year after Oregon beat Ohio State. We did a video, how long will Oregon keep that number one ranking? And we got a lot of feedback from Oregon fans who were kind of pissed at us. Derek, in my opinion, I think Oregon is deserving of number one right now. I think that they definitely deserve that spot. The question to me is, do they keep it? And if you know Oregon's history, they always fall short whenever it comes to winning the title, winning the really, really big games. They did lose to Ohio State in the very first college football playoff. They just have a problem as a program of finishing. Do you think that changes this year? Do you think they're the favorite to win the whole thing? And how long do you think they stay number one? Do you think that they beat Ohio State again in the rematch? What's going to happen with Oregon for the rest of this season?
Okay, this season for all teams has been weird.
Yep.
There are a lot of okay teams this year, and they're not really good teams.
You're talking about like an
It-
elite, like just juggernaut teams. You're
Yeah,
talking about juggernaut teams, right?
not that elite team. And Oregon proved they weren't elite. Ohio State proved they're not elite.
How did
Georgia,
Oregon prove they're not elite?
they didn't demolish Boise State. They had close
Boise
games.
State's legit.
Yeah, they won by 3. I said earlier they won by 1, but it's by 3.
Yeah,
They
yeah, but
they had
Derek, Boise
I
State's legit. Don't hate on Boise State like that. They've got the Heisman favorite right now, and they've been just demolishing everybody they play. They're legit.
all right, but their Heisman candidate is hurt. He's still playing, but he's hurt. He has a freaking big huge brace on his leg. He's
Okay,
not gonna be
I
able to
was
do
gonna
things.
say he is still playing. Um,
Yeah, he's still playing, but he's not going to win the Heisman. Not like that. He was supposed to hit 200 yards a game. He's not doing that now. He's slowing down. You know, he didn't get no 200 yards against San Diego State. You know, but here's the thing: Oregon, if you had to take the records out, do you literally put Oregon number one? If the records didn't matter by
yes.
eye test, do you think? No,
Oh,
I
eye
do not.
test. Derek, come on, dude. The eye test. Like, dude, where did the eye test get us? We thought that with the eye test that Texas was going to beat Georgia. They got smacked. Let's not do the eye test here, dude. Oregon has beaten some legit teams. Oregon has beaten Ohio State. Oregon has beaten. Let's see here. I'm pulling up the schedule. Um, and of course now it disappears on me. Oregon has beaten Ohio State. They have beaten Illinois, who was ranked. They won at Michigan. Like, let's be honest here. Like that is a decent resume when you compare everybody else's resume right now. Like, who has a better resume than that?
Oregon beat Oregon State by 1. All right. They beat
Wait, what?
Oregon beat Ohio State by 1.
Oh, okay.
I get that, but here's the thing:
And they beat
Ohio
Illinois.
Ohio State played Michigan 38-17, but Michigan is so out of the loop now that they don't have no identity. Okay, and what did Texas do? Big Ten is not that good.
Yeah, I
I'm
know. I
gonna
agree
put
with
that.
you.
Big Ten is not that good. Georgia would smack the shit out Oregon.
Hey, Derek, we did a
They,
video not too long ago where we compared the SEC and the Big Ten, and you said the Big Ten was the best conference in college football.
yeah, until last week happened. Then I was like, you know what? They're not.
I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you, man. I told you they were not the best conference.
Here,
Anyway, let's.
right here. Let me get to the point here. If Texas plays Oregon in the first in their round of playoff, let's say Texas plays Oregon,
Yeah,
Oregon loses. Let's say Georgia plays Oregon, Oregon loses. Okay.
but
Let's
we don't
say
know that.
Indiana.
We don't know that. Let's be honest here, Derek. They have the
I
best resume. Who has a better resume than Oregon? Tell me. Who has a better
yeah,
resume?
they are undefeated. Okay, yeah, we'll be
Who
okay.
has a better resume than Oregon?
So Texas can go undefeated in the Big Ten.
Texas
Okay,
has
we'll
a
be.
loss. Who has a better resume than Oregon, man?
Yeah, you know what? Oregon's undefeated. They beat Ohio State. They beat Ohio State. They shut out Purdue. They beat Oregon State. They beat Boise State by 3. They won by 10 against Idaho. Let's see here. They beat Illinois, who's not legit because we saw what happened to them last week. Um,
Derek.
they they set the same game against Michigan like Texas did. But Texas, I think
Okay.
that,
So right now though, do you think that they are properly ranked? I can tell you don't think they're going to finish number 1. This week we're going into week 10, I believe, or
are
week
they
11,
properly
sorry. We're going into week 11. Um going into week 11, do you believe that Oregon is the number 1 team in the nation, should be ranked at number 1, deserving of the number 1 ranking at this moment?
Are they should be number one where they're at? Yes. Are they deserving of number one? No, because I think there's better team. When you say they should be number one, yes. But when you say are they deserving to be number one, I don't think they have the talent like certain teams do to be number one.
Again,
But
who has a better resume?
without with ranking wise, with their haven't lost, yeah, they deserve it. But when it comes down to it, the playoff decides who's number one,
Right.
not the rankings.
We're getting there. We're getting
Playoff,
there. We're getting there. But right now, do you think they deserve that number 1 ranking right now?
right? Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. All right. So Oregon fans out there who are watching, Derek will at least admit that right now you're deserving of the number 1 ranking. However, he doesn't think you're going to keep it. Um,
Yeah,
I do have to agree with you on that, Derek. I got to see it. I don't think it's impossible for Oregon to keep it. I have more respect for them than you do. I think that they do have the best resume in college football right now. I do not think the Big Ten is the best conference in college football. I think the SEC is, but I do think that the Big Ten is the second best conference in the college football sphere. I'm I think Oregon wins out. I just I think Ohio State's going to get them the second time. I don't think that it's impossible for Oregon to win again. I think they can. It's just I think Ohio State's going to beat them, and I think that they're going to get beat in the playoffs at some point. I don't. It is just weird for me to say, but Oregon just has a way of not finishing. But right now, I'll give it to them. They are the most consistent team. They have the best resume. It's just I got to see it, and I think Ohio State has a better shot at making a drive in the playoff than Oregon does, just the way that their team is built. Ohio State has defense. Oregon, when they play a competent defense that can stop their offense, I don't know if their defense will be enough to beat really good teams. I just don't. And you
Yeah,
need to be a defensive team to win a championship.
actually, I think Indiana could beat Ohio State. I'm now looking at it.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, that definitely will be interesting. Um, and we're going to be doing a week 11 prediction show as well. But let's wrap this one up, Derek. How far does Oregon get? When do they lose that number 1 ranking? And do they even make it to the national championship?
Oregon will make the national championship. They're making it. Their schedule's too easy right now.
Even the
They have
playoff
played
schedule?
the playoffs. I said they're gonna make the playoffs today.
Right, but
I didn't say
where? But where
the
are they
playoffs.
going to beat Ohio State and get a first round bye?
They if they win, they're gonna get a first round bye.
Do you think they
Uh,
win?
y- yes, I really do think they win.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
I think Indiana could maybe pull something out. If they beat Ohio State, then I'd be worried about Oregon. I'd be like, Indiana is legit. They just beat Ohio State. Including they beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
They've had a team. They haven't had a team that come close to make them look like they can lose.
Yeah.
I'm like Oregon. You know, because uh, Oregon beat Idaho by 10. And looking at Indiana's record, I don't see one game on there that they've won by 10 or less. Not one game. But Oregon, they done that through against Ohio State. They done it against Boise State. And now you're like, oh wait, they're legit. But they did Idaho.
Hmm.
So yeah, watch out, Oregon. If Indiana beats Ohio State, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than 1 point because that's just unrealistic. I think it'll be 3 points, 4 points, maybe. But you better watch out, Indiana. If they beat Ohio State, I'd be
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Looks like Oregon fans, Derek may actually have them going further than me. I thought I was over here helping y'all out against mean Derek, but it looks like that maybe Derek has him going a little further. But I will say this, Oregon, congrats. I do think that you guys definitely have the best resume right now and are deserving at this moment at number 1. However, it is up to you to control your own destiny. Keep winning, and you'll keep number 1. And we'll just have to see what happens. And it's going to be exciting just to see what happens this college football season. We also did a discussion on who we think is going to get into the college football playoff, and maybe is the ranking system, is that the right ranking system to use to rank these teams to qualify them in to the college football playoff. If you've gotten this far in the video, please throw a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment down below, what are your thoughts about Oregon? Do you think that they stay number 1? Do they win a natty for the very first time in program history? Or are they going to fall short? Let us know your thoughts, and we will see you guys in the next segment.